Hello, everyone! Welcome to our first episode of the Winx Club campaign, and we don't have a previously on last episode because this is the first episode. Welcome. We'll figure it out.
Let's go.
We're ready to go.
Yes, hello and welcome. It's Magical Mrs. newest campaign, Alfea Generation. I'm going to be your game master this time, Claire, and here with me are my soon-to-be first years at Alfea. Strike a pose, first years. It's your first day of school. At the far left, the guy who reads a book a day, wears shorts and Hawaiian shirts in winter, and who introduced me to D&D way back when, is the equivalent of crit failed but still finesses their way out, is my little brother, Michael.
Hi.
We love it.
Yeah.
In the middle, we have the person who's made all the art transitions, tech, and has a dope Etsy and a Twitch channel of her own, and is an all-around I-cast fireball, even though the room is way too small and I don't give a shit, is G9.
It's me.
And last but not least, on the far right, we have our previous game master, M, who has held up the business side of everything, so snaps to her, also has a craft Etsy and the coolest outfits on the block, and is a 3 goblins in a trench coat type energy.
Listen, it's all awesome.
I love it. It's a grand old time. All right, so now the title might clue you in. This is a continuation of the Winx Club, and just for shits and giggles, this is the point of view of their children. While we don't own any of the characters or the source material, we hope you do enjoy the secret identities, underground ne'er-dwelling, and some good old-fashioned college drama, because you can't put a bunch of 18-year-olds all in the room together and not have shit happen. So, going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be basing this off the Glitter Hearts book, and we're piecing in a lot of extra little bits when and where we need it. I'll let you know, and I'll post the rules in the Discord if you are ever so interested in knowing more. But if the Winx is new to you, don't fret. The lore will become clearer here. Like, they didn't even have a money system. I had to come up with a money system like a couple days ago.
Listen, like the whole Winx Club was never fleshed out. It was honestly a money grab for girls ages from 4 to 10. So we never thought about what's the currency for Alfea. No, that doesn't exist.
Winx Club was just vibes. Let it happen.
Also, Winx Club, technically the show was like in high school, but we bumped it to college because technically in the name it says Alfea College. College for fairies. So we're 18. So
you guys are all 18. And also, you guys can also drink at 18. You're fairy magical people. You guys can drink legally. You don't need a fake ID. You can legally drink and get into clubs at 18.
Nice.
You're in college. You can vote. It's a whole fun times.
We can finally vote.
We can vote.
Wow.
We are in the Magic's dimension. It's the vast universe with several different dimensions that are often traveled by fairies, which isn't anyone with an aircraft like those at Red Fountain School for Heroes. But we're not here for the School for Heroes or Cloud Tower, which is the College for Witches. We're starting our story at Alfea, the College for Fairies, or more accurately, in that morning, the day of move-in. So the children of the Winx are all coming out to Alfea for the first time, and the whole school is on the edge of their seats talking about this and seeing who they really will be, because you've not really been in the public eye. Maybe some like appearances beside your mom in the case of like being a princess or being the guardian fairy at her Techno Talks, or not really being there at all in terms of some. But that is where we are going to start our story. So, G9, would you start us off?
Oh my.
In your room, you are in the car with your mom, hovercraft with your mom, Layla, and she is still unhappy about that secret trip you took to Magic's.
Right. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that.
And she's still trying to figure out who got you there and what you were doing there.
Listen.
So as you sit there with all your stuff, Layla is sitting there, like knees crossed, just staring you down. Now, I know we talked about this before, but I'd like to give you one last chance to tell me before you go off to Alfea, because I want us to have a good start and a good note. Tell me Just tell me. You don't even have to tell me who, but just tell me why you went there. On the day of your brother's announcement for his engagement to Kalila. Because that didn't just hurt him or me. It hurt Kalila. What do you have to say for yourself?
I figured no one would miss me.
No one would miss you. You are the second of my children. I don't have that many. I have two. And one of them was engaged, and the other should have been next to him, saying how proud she was of her brother and one of her long-standing friends getting engaged. But where was she? In Magic's, of all places, by herself. No one there to watch her or give her any support. You could have been kidnapped.
Mom.
Okay, you're handling your wings quite well. It's quite well. I'm sorry, I misspoke. But still.
Mom, listen. When you and Aunt Bloom were running around in Magic's, it was just you guys. You never had an entourage when you went to Magic's. And nothing happened. Valtor doesn't exist anymore. He's dead. The Tricks are still locked up in the Omega Dimension. Lord Darkar also doesn't exist anymore. What? I'm sorry, Mom. What bad guys should I be worried about right now?
Your mom kind of just shifts in her seat and she kind of purses her lips like she's like debating on something. And she... Can you roll a Be Vigilant check for me?
Okay, I guess.
First roll of the game. First roll of the game.
Be vigilant mental. That's a straight roll for me, so here we go.
We believe in you.
Oh, 11.
So you are real close with your mom. Now, this tiff aside about you sneaking off to Magic's to do your secret DJ thing that you have, you know her very well, and you have always gotten along. And so her not really responding with a full gusto of like, yes, I understand that all the evildoers are dead, and it's because me and my friends. She's kind of like shifting her seat quiet. It takes her a little bit too long to respond with, I understand that, but as a princess, and she goes off on that same talk that you've heard 1,000 times before, and you're just a little tired of hearing of at this point, about what it means to be a princess, and what you have to be when you go to Alfea, and the certain standards that you have, and what she did when she was young was a very different circumstance. And it just goes in and out the ears.
Mom, even when you were my age, you hated the fact of being a princess. Like, Grandma and Grandpa were super strict on you, and you just wanted to get away from them. And now you're telling me about how to be a proper princess. You didn't even want to be a proper princess back then. Why are the standards flipped? Because Leo can do all of his crazy shit and not have to worry about it, and he's the crown prince. I'm not in line for anything. So why do I need to be the better one? Huh?
First off, I was also very young, and having been queen for the odd years that I have been, you learn quite a bit, and image does mean a lot. As for your brother, he still has Tyrone by him. He still has others that are in Andros's care that are around him at all times, save for the John. Although, anyways, that's besides the point. Your brother still has people watching him, and there are always people with him or around Red Fountain, because there's not just him that's there. There's multiple people that are there that are of importance, that are princes and heirs to their kingdom. So that's not the case. That's not the case. Even though it is Tyrone, I know that they're friends. He's still watching out for Leo. He's going to be part of the guard once he graduates and be next to Leo continually, so it's good for him to learn. But that's not the point. The point is for you to be honest. And the fact that you have not been honest with me means that I am not going to be giving you your cards, and I will be imposing a watch on you. Someone will be monitoring to make sure you do not exit the school past school hours. I've also talked to Headmistress Griselda about this. I want you just to focus on your education, and this is a direct result of you not being truthful with me.
I was being truthful. Do you guys ever notice I'm gone?
have several responsibilities, and I trust you to be in your room doing your studies and doing as what you said you did, or what you do. Now I'm not sure if I can trust you at all. And Layla sits there in silence for the rest of the flight to Magix.
I take out my phone and I text Tyrone. I'm like, I saved your sorry ass from the wrath of my mom. You owe me fucking cookies. Send.
You see the ellipses dot go right up. I am so sorry. Thank you so much for covering my ass. You don't have to owe me anything, but you still owe me cookies. I'm not taking that away. I still want my cookies.
How can
As anyone who has not seen session 0.
Tyrone, how can I get cookies if I'm not allowed to leave campus now? Send.
Tyrone just literally sends ... and then sends shit. And that's it for a few minutes.
Gee, thanks, in caps.
My man.
So I mean, your mom I thought was gonna be chill. She's been chill through most of Leo's shit, so I don't know why she's going off about this right now. It seems kind of weird, but I mean, is it like you can only be at school? Like, can you go to like functions with other people in Magix? Like, is she gonna send you with a guard? Like, do you have any?
Sidebar, Claire, did Layla specifically say that I'm not a leave campus without like someone
After hours, and you will be watched.
Okay, I respond with that information back to Tyrone.
Mm-hmm.
He said shit again.
Yeah, you're really contributing to this conversation, man.
Listen, man, I'm trying to ignore Leo right now. He's going off about something Kalila wore in detail.
Okay.
Like, he's saying that she was like very beautiful in all the outfits that she chose for like the whole school year. Like dresses, this and that, and sequencing, and like they went through they dragged me to this. I'm still here.
I guess
We're gonna hopefully pick up the clothes in just a little bit and then finally drop her off at Alfea. So I'm under my own amount of torture right now. I'm sorry I can't be more eloquent right now. I'll be better. I'll do better, I promise.
Do better.
And he like sends a little saluting.
You know, as the future captain guard person for my brother, you should do better. Get good, scrub. Send.
You get this little video back of Tyrone setting up, and probably probably just like the changing room where he does this dramatic, most eloquent bow. And like you can see him mouthing the words like, "Yes, your royal highness." And he flips you off and like you can see where he goes for it and picks up the phone and sends it to you.
All right. I like it.
And you don't hear much back from Tyrone until Mom and you are parked by the many other hovercrafts outside of Alfea's front gate. Your mom does have someone help with your bags and walks you up to the front desk where there is a wonderful girl in mint green hair, which if anyone does know, that is Xena, who is from Romi's episode 0. We love her.
Okay.
And there is another person that you don't exactly recognize when you first see her, but she gives you a very nice, like, warm smile and says, "Hi, welcome to Alfea. Oh my goodness. Hi, Queen Lila. How are you?" And she, like, inclines her head a little bit. And she says, "My name is Jessie. I'm a first year too, but I got along to the welcoming committee. But it's so good to meet you. And I'm assuming this is your daughter, Liliana." And she starts scrolling through the pad to check off your name.
Lily does not want to be here. She wants to be invisible. She just had a big fight with her mom. So she's not exactly in a smiling fake keep up the good mood situation. She's just keeping her face as neutral as possible. and also she's thinking about ways to sneak off of campus and not have someone watch her. She's like, and my exits are here and here.
Yup. So, but Jesse's scrolling through the name, and Zena looks up and says, "Oh, do you know Romi? Tekna and Timmy's daughter?"
Yeah, I do.
Oh, well, she's gonna be here too this year, so gonna be super awesome. Really excited to have her here. I'm also from Zenith, but you guys are also gonna be roommates. You're gonna be in room 1, which is your mom's old room. And
original.
Layla, for the first time in a very long time, does smile a little bit and thanks both of the girls and turns to you. I hope you remember everything I told you in the hovercraft. I know that you probably want a little bit of space, so I do hope that you can greet everyone up in the room pleasantly. I will be seeing you. And she holds out her arms to hug you.
I give her a hug.
She gives you a very big squeeze because
Perfect.
you know your mom. You know she's been busy, but yeah, this seems like a big thing for something very small.
Yeah.
You think. She
absolutely.
doesn't. It's a fun time. Oh, she waits to have you walk into the building and kind of gives you a little wave.
I give her a wave. And I immediately try to find my room.
Okay, you heading right to the room?
Yep, I just want to set up and I just want to hibernate in there and not talk to anyone or do nothing. And also, actually, I don't know. Maybe she's... Okay, there's a school map around here, right? There's like a little magical thing that she could probably just pick up and it'll just...
Yeah, and
It's like a
there's like a little there's a little map. If you want, you can like if on the map
I need to
there's
mark
like these
my exits.
booths that are up. They can also talk. So there's a little map and it is enchanted. So if you touch a point on the map, it'll just kind of turn into a little paper airplane and just fly off to where that destination is. There are also other little locations listed because it's orientation of like other clubs and classes if you want to talk to a professor. There is also after settling in, there is a welcome speech in like the grounds where again you can go around to the table, see kind of what's around, and then the fun welcome speech towards the end of the day.
Real quick before Layla leaves, Lily just wants to just hammer down what these specific rules entail. The people, who I'm going to be watched by if I do leave campus. Who is it? Who is it?
You can assume it is a guard from Andros that is going to be in a rotating line. So perhaps you might know one of them. It's not going to be Tyrone. He has his own shit to do.
Yeah, I knew that.
So it's not
I just wanted to find a guard that I could just bribe off or something. Wait, you said that I don't have access to my money? Did you say that? I don't.
No, she took your card. You have, however, if you have a 3 Winx card, which I'm assuming you do,
I do.
You still have access to those funds.
That's my business.
So she took away like that specific card. Yeah, so she doesn't know about it. So unless you're silly and you keep that card with your other cards, she doesn't have it.
Okay, no, good. I have.
You keep that card with your other cards?
No, she has a secret spot for it. Of course, that's her 3 Winx card.
Right. How silly of me. But no, so you still have your funds.
Okay. I'm no longer poor.
From your 3 weeks, so however much that is. And for the most part, like if you look around, you do a be vigilant check, you may or may not be able to see the guard. So that's what we're going to be going off of. So if you want to, you can see if you can scope around and see if you see anyone.
Okay. Well, okay, after all that, like I said, I'm just going to go to my room because I am in a bad mood and I don't want to talk to people.
That is very fair. Okay. Well, you head off to the very familiar path because you visited Alfea a couple times. Your mom's given a couple talks or a couple grants to the school. She's walked you by where her old room is. So it's not like heading there is like this big mystery. Oh, where's my room? I'm so excited. Like you've walked past this room before. There are 3 freshman rooms. There's the one in front of you, behind, across from you, and like one on the other little pod. But on the room 1. It has in like big fancy gold script the Winx Club's room. So like they renamed this room for your parents.
How
and you
nice.
see all of your names, and your name is written as Liliana on the board.
Ugh.
So you have everyone there.
Cool. I'm gonna go in the room and hope that no one took over the 1-person room.
There are 6 people that are going to be in this room. So there are 3 2-person rooms, or it can be configured into 2 3-person rooms. And as you walk in, Gabriella is already there, Bloom's daughter, who
not her.
You did have a nice run-in down in Magic's, and then was immediately had your mom call you and say, "Why are you in Magic's?"
She fucking snitched on me. That's what, bitch. I'm not going nowhere near you.
Stitches.
Yeah, I'm going.
And we're not saying she did or she didn't intentionally or not.
I'm saying she did.
She's a little goody two shoes who should stick her nose out of everyone's business. Little Miss Politician.
Well, you do see her in the middle of the room.
Nope.
She most of her bags are off into the room on the right. Currently, the room is kind of configured into the 3 2s, but she's like standing at the board where it's like picking between 3 2s or 2 3s. And she sees you walk in, and currently you guys are the only 2 that are in the space. And she turns and she goes, "Hi, Lily, how are you? Did you have a good summer before coming here? Fun times?"
It was eventful, that's for sure.
Cool. Well, have you decided what you want to do with rooms, roommates? Do you want to be my roomie? Do you want to do 2 3s, 3 2s? Do you know what? I know that we've like obviously met like most of the other girls that are coming in here, except for one, obviously. But do you have a preference?
I want the room that's facing north so I get the least amount of sun.
Okay. So I picked that one. So probably the one in the middle over there. I don't think, and Dawn and Iris are going to be a little bit later. They've already messaged me, so I just don't know who to room with. So we'll see. I know that Iris can be a little bit messy, and Dawn has so much stuff. Her mom sends her with stuff all the time whenever we go to like the lake house or we go out shopping. It's like there's just troves and troves and stuff. And she just kind of like talks to you very pleasantly about the most minor mundane things.
Right. Lily's gonna like politely nod as if she's still listening, and she's just gonna take out her phone and text Romi and say, "Hey, I do not want to be with Gabriella. It's either you or Gayle, but Gayle's not here, and Gayle, I haven't talked to her exactly in 7 years, but she's also the only other one I tolerate out of the group, so it's either you or Gayle. So are you here, please? Are you here? So we can room." Send.
God, where am I?
Let's pick up Romi. Let's pick up Romi, actually. That's a phenomenal segue. Romi, do you think your mom or dad would come with you to your first day of school?
I feel like Timmy would. I feel like Tekna wanted to, but she got called away to like a conference. But Timmy insisted, and Romi was just like, "Fine. You can carry my bags, Dad."
You can carry my bags. Oh, hot damn.
Listen,
okay.
he would do it.
Okay.
He would do it.
He would. He 100% would. He would actually, no, he wouldn't carry them. He would configure a machine, and you actually see a little like machine on some wheels, also some hovering ability that like completely encapsulates all your stuff, and there's this bird cage type thing, but it's all meticulously stacked like Tetris, like nothing's ever gonna fall out. And like it follows him, like he has a little GPS chip that he made to like have this follow you and him into the hovercraft.
Incredible.
And off to Magic's, and he's just like he's flying this, and he's like, okay, and so what is the proper sequencing for liftoff? Go. Romi, we went over this last week. You gotta know how to fly a hovercraft.
She cracks her neck and she has on like this like very cool like cyberpunk visor of like sunglasses. She just kind of like nudges her dad out of the way and is like, "Of course I know how to do it, okay? Let me just focus, you know? I thought I was supposed to be thinking about school and making friends and all of that. Isn't that what you guys were saying last night?"
I mean, yeah, but aren't you nervous about all of that?
No. Why would I be nervous? I've never been nervous
look.
about anything in my life.
What about your second grade science fair?
Dad, we don't discuss that.
He holds up his hands like, "Don't shoot me, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying this would be a really good way for you to let off steam and not think about other things until you are presented with a situation you can't run away from." But
I will be fine,
by all means,
okay?
and he kind of like he sidles away a little bit so you have more room of the consoles, and you can go ahead and make a mental check for me.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Mental. All right. Ooh. Okay. That is a dirty 12.
Ooh, this is like cutting butter with a hot knife. You like ease up on the throttle, you punch the right sequence in it, and it is the smoothest takeoff you have ever done. And your dad kind of sits back and he just like gives you a good applause. He's like, "That is so good. That is so good. Holy shit, I have never seen you do that good. Have you been flying without me knowing? Or is it those simulators that your mom tries to make you do? Or actually, I don't have another option. It's gotta be one of those two."
Romi kind of like gives him a look and is like, "Maybe you just underestimate me. Maybe I know this console better than most people do. Okay? I don't need any kind of simulation to figure it out. It's just all
That's
talent."
my girl. That's my girl. Oh, I'm so proud of you. And he like ruffles up your hair and he's like,
But
let me do it. No one's watching. No one's watching.
I gotta look cool, you know? First impressions are very important, especially in a professional setting. Like,
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, the first time I met your mom, I was kind of falling over my words. So, sometimes even if you don't make the best first impression, you can just go through it with perseverance and you can just win them over with your tenacity.
times have changed, Dad, okay? That's not always gonna work out, and that's not my style.
Oh, well, I don't want to cramp your style or nothing, but, okay, I'm here for you. I'm here for your champ. Sport, yeah.
Romi.
Awesome. Yeah. I was trying to figure out a nickname for you. I still haven't gotten one down.
Just Romi.
Did you pack a Festus?
Of course I did.
Okay,
He's like,
okay.
Like, she pulls him out of her, her backpack and is just kind of holding him.
When you first got that penguin Roomba and, changed a lot of the inner workings of it to have it respond to you, I thought that was kind of strange, but at the same time, so inventive. I'm, that is amazing. That is so amazing.
It really didn't take a lot. It was just putting the pieces together in the right way.
Well, I'm still proud of you. Just be yourself, you'll make some friends, and just don't always talk to Hephaestus. I've learned that talking to your technology is sometimes seen as weird. At least that's what Naboo tells me sometimes.
Can I roll a glimpse the truth to try to see if he's talking out his ass and trying to hype me up, but he doesn't really believe it?
You 100% can. Yes, do it.
Romi would think that Timmy doesn't believe in her and that all of this is just a front. Which that comes to a 10.
Believe that he's telling the truth. How much of it is truth? You're like, I don't know, because you had that deep-seated fear of he's probably not actually being serious. But you're like, it could be true. It could be very true. Or it could be a lie and a conspiracy and he's actually a robot. You don't know. But you're pretty sure it's true.
I just quickly peek at the back of his neck to see if there's a plate that I can unscrew, but I don't see one. So I'm like,
yeah, so you're assuming he's real and he actually means it.
Well, all right. You know, it's nice that at least one of my parents is dropping me off first day of school.
Your mother would be here in a heartbeat. There's just something super important that called her away, and she just couldn't be here, and she really wanted to. And can you make another glimpse of truth check?
Hot dice, hot dice, hot dice, hot dice.
Let's go.
Ooh, that's a 9.
You've heard this story so many times, and it's been like on so many different levels of like, oh, it's an emergency or something's important. And sometimes you hear about what's happened. You're like, that's not that important. Like, you could have come to the second grade science fair, but you didn't. So
that's why my life
didn't
exactly grow listening to jazz.
And then Timmy starts talking back about just like the best way to make friends and being yourself. And then once he's done with that spiel, he turns on the radio to some good old tunes while you drive.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, sweetie?
You know I'm your only child, right?
Of course I do, sweetie.
And I'm Mom's only child, right?
Well, yeah. You are our only kid. Bucko.
Just want you to remember that.
Well, of course, Romi. You're my little girl, and I'm so happy about it. I wouldn't trade you for no one else.
Romi kind of like looks at him, and she smiles a little bit, but then like looks out the window because she wants to believe that. But
if you want to change the radio, you can. By all means, I just want you to have a good, easy drive. I want you to. But if you need some help with the landing, I can swap out.
No, I got it.
Okay, well, get into the landing portion.
Dad, I know how to drive.
Well, no, this is me asking. This is Claire asking.
Oh,
this is Claire asking. Do you?
Sorry, I was being a petulant teenager.
Hey, no problem. Yeah, you're getting into the swing of things. That's all good. Roll me a physical check for landing.
Are you sure about that?
I'm very sure about that.
Are you sure you want
the actual landing, operating the mechanisms? I want you to roll physical.
Yeah, that's a 6. A market experience.
So you're going a little bit too steep, and Timmy can see that. He's like, let it up a little bit. Just a little bit more.
Yeah, I got it.
You know I know what you're doing, but it's a little hard to pull up. It took me some practice.
Dad, I got it. Okay.
And he kind of reaches over and and he pushes the sequence of buttons for an emergency auto landing.
Yeah.
And then he leans back as you level out within probably a couple 100 feet to land next to all the other crafts, and he kind of like sighs and settles back in the chair and looks over at you. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. That was. I'll send you the tape of having it play back so we can learn and we can get better.
Dad, I had it.
Get your hovercraft driver's license.
I had it. Okay. If you had just let me do it, I would have been able to maneuver it with these buttons here. Okay.
Sweetie, you are at a 90. No. You are an 85 incline. That was way too steep. It was way too steep.
She is like Romi's getting up and like putting Hephaestus back in her bag, and
I didn't mean to make you upset, sweetie. I just wanted. It's always a learning experience.
I'm not upset. I just
you have your upset voice.
Eager to meet my new roommates and future colleagues.
Roll a convince someone.
Damn it.
At disadvantage.
What? Son of beach sheet. Now, we've rolled convince someone more times than we can fucking count. What's convince someone?
Emotional.
Damn it.
Emotional damage. Come on. We're not charismatic. This is the least charismatic party ever.
Is anyone got a bonus emotional?
I got a neg 1.
I rolled 3 dice and I rolled a 3, a 2, and a 1. So that, with disadvantage, comes out to a 3. I am chock full
of experience. Yeah, Mark experience. And your dad, you can tell he has that like smile on his face where he's just trying like his hardest and darndest to keep it there. Yeah, sweetie, no problem. You have a good day. I'll send you the files of the flight later. You really did a really, really good job. And I hope you have a first good day.
Thanks,
Can I take a
Dad.
picture?
Fine.
And Romi,
And he like gets out of his seat and like kneels down and takes like those like very intense like I'm trying so hard like to get a good picture shot, and he just like takes a good couple.
Romi stands very tall. Like her chest is up, her posture's good. She's got her cool like visor, and she's like holding onto her little sunglasses. Like, all right.
She goes, okay, that's enough, Dad. I'm gonna
Okay.
go
Well,
do this.
your Uncle Trevor and your Aunt Tammy already dropped off Coda at Red Fountain, so he's around to support you if you need anything, and I'm just an aircraft ride away.
Yeah, I bet he is.
He is a nice person. He just really tries and wants to make other people comfortable and happy, and always has that good smile. Like good boy. Good
Yeah,
cousin.
it's nice. It's nice to know that he's there, but I don't really think I'll be needing any family help or really anybody's help for what I want to learn or what I'm going to do. So it's nice as a
Well,
plan Z.
okay, that's fair. That's fair. But you have people there if you need it. I know that you have all the Winx daughters there to support you the whole time, and have fun. And he gives you like the good like double thumbs up, and kind of waves you off the hovercraft with and he gives you of course the little tag thing so the machine can lead your bags in to your room.
Excellent. Yeah, I let the little birdcage homunculus kind of follow me around, and as the aircraft door kind of closes, Romi takes off her little visor and like looks around at Alfea, kind of nods. She takes a breath and starts walking like she is the coolest person on the planet. Like she is walking around like she is everything. Like she does not give a flying fuck. And then she trips over her own feet. And like looks around, make sure nobody saw it.
Romi has like her notifications on and she forgot to mute it. So it was the text from Lily that spooked you into tripping.
Oh yeah, and she says like hopes no one saw it. She's in a
God.
crowd of people like walking down. Like this is like first day of college, right? It's like 1,000 people around, and she just trips like in the middle of the walkway.
Cement.
Yeah, no, 8 dirt.
She does check her phone and sees the text from Lily and goes,
Hi, Lily. I suppose we could room together if that's something that you find amenable. I mean, it does sound better than any of the other options, and quite frankly, I don't think that my things would mesh well with, say, Gabrielle's or Dawn's. Give me a second. I'll be right there.
Okay, good, because Gabrielle is talking my ear off and I just wanna go into the room. But she's holding me hostage. You know how she is.
Romi sends back a gif that is just like somebody standing and looking to the side and going, ew. Hook herself onto her little bird cage full of her stuff and let it like cuts her through the halls. Can I do that?
You don't want to stop at the table and say hi to Zena?
Oh, I forgot about Zena. I will say hi to Zena. Really,
she would have been waving you down.
I do walk up, and I visor off and go, Zep.
Romi, you're here. Well, a couple of your roommates have arrived, not everyone, obviously. But there's a fun little handout, and as she's mid-talking through that, there's the sound of a hover bike approaching from behind you. And it is the most smooth sounds. It's almost silent, but you hear this like little like slight rumble. And so like you know something's behind it. You know it's a hover bike. You know by the weight in the distance. And turning, you see a hover And turning, you see a hover bike coming up, and it has two riders on one, and then the other one solo. And on the solo, you see the guy. You don't see much through the helmet, but as he takes it off and shakes out his hair, it is this fiery red mane. He has tattoos all up his arm, and you know from the moment you see him that it is Ventus, Gabrielle's oldest brother, and the next in line for the throne of Heraklion, Ventus. And he's sitting solo on this bike, and it is the sweetest ride you have ever seen in your life. It is like this sleek, dark red. It has these pipes that are going around in different chrome colors, and you know that this is a very tripped out, very not regulation bike. And on the other bike that kind of rolled up beside him, the two that take their helmets off is Iris, the daughter of Flora and Helio, and someone that you have met before, Ashini, who was another one of the bikers who told Ruby to leave you alone at the underground bike ring.
Nice!
And you see that the two of them rode together. I was just catching her right on the back. And she kind of says something to Ashini, and Ashini nods her head yeah, no problem. And Iris does walk up towards the table. Ashini gets off the bike and kind of gives something to Ventus, and you see a little light flash on her bike, and her bike, beautiful. It is this bright neon yellow. It's not as sophisticated as Ventus's, but it's a very fine piece of craft. And you see that it kind of flashes, and the bike kind of automatically rolls up and parks behind Ventus's. So he's gonna take her bike somewhere. You're assuming probably to the shop, somewhere else, different location, not too sure. But he gives her catch you later, I'll be heading out, and kind of looks your way. Does Romi do anything?
Her hands are twitching at her sides to reach for her toolkit, which she absolutely has a utility belt with some wrenches and a little solder iron and everything at her hip. She is itching, and she just kind of meets his eyes, and I'm making the executive decision. He's hot. He has fucking tattoos up and down his arms, and there's nothing more dangerous than a boy with charm.
You don't want to roll for it?
I mean, I can.
I also drew him. I can attest. He is very hot.
She did draw very hot. So I mean,
he's too hot.
Up to you. You can roll it. You can just state it.
Hot. That's a 10. Romi thinks he's hot, and Romi not only thinks he's hot, but thinks the bike is hot.
That's more important.
So 10 for so 10 for this, 10 for the bike. All right. Dope. Do you say anything or notion at all?
No, she's just got her fingers twitching at her side, and she just kind of meets his eyes and has deer in a headlights, big ol' eyes, and she's taken off her visor at this point, so she looks very baby faced and a little out of her element.
Oh, the poor sweetie. Well, Ventus's eyes kind of glaze over to you, lands on Xena, and he kind of gives her a small nod of acknowledgement, no change in facial expression, just the small nod of acknowledgement. He gives the same similar nod to Ashini and to Iris, puts on his helmet, turns on his bike again, and you hear silence. It is the most smoothest ignition you ever heard. And then he starts driving off, not towards Red Fountain, but towards Magic's, on his bike with Ashini's bike trailing behind it automatically.
Ooh. I whirl around to Xena and go, we need to have a conversation. But after I get moved in, we need to have a conversation, and it needs to be somewhere secret. Okay?
I mean, secret,
because we need your bike
in an abandoned classroom secret.
I don't care. I don't know. We need your bike to do that, and I need to.
And she holds up her hands and goes, I need to make something cool.
As you say that, Iris and Ashini kind of walk up on the other side, talking to Jess and grabbing their room assignments, and Iris kind of gives you this side look when you say cool. You want to make something cool? What's that supposed to be?
I mean, I already make cool things, but I need to get my workspace set up here. And that's going to be difficult if I have to share a room with somebody that doesn't exactly match my flow.
Right. You're a tinkerer. You make stuff. Much like your mom. Right?
I'm not
I guess
anything like the things that she makes. I make things. And Romi kind of loses herself there and is like, because she's trying to think of how to do like the cool bike that's really silent. And she's like, I make things.
Iris kind of looks at you and Ashini kind of steps up next to her. And I was just like, right. Well, I'll go see you in the room. Ashini, I'll see you later. And Ashini's like, yeah, no problem, girl. And Iris thanks her for the ride, takes her little room assignment and struts off. And she is dressed up to the nines. It is the most boho chic, phenomenal outfit you think you've ever seen.
Oh, cute.
And Ashini, in comparison, is like the sleek biker girl, like lawn crazy, half up, like blonde ponytail. And she takes her room assignment next from Jess and looks between you and Zenna and kind of is like tapping her nose. You were at the preliminaries the other day. You were the one that helped Zenna fix her bike, right?
What's it to you?
Roll real quick luck check to see how to see where Zenna ended up in the landing of that race specifically, because we never really got to it.
First place or bust.
Come on.
5.
My heart.
Ashini kind of nods and she's like, you were the mechanic that honestly, it was a very good effort. Zenna, I love you, girl. Your bike was just really not having it that day. You didn't really buy it at a good state either. But like, hey, if what's your name?
Romi.
Well, Romi, I mean, like, hey, you did a decent job overall with her bike. If you can keep that up, like, you have a good winning. Honestly, Ruby was a bitch to you.
Decent. The next time you see me out on the courses, it's going to be perfect or nothing. Decent's not exactly in my vocabulary.
Well, all right then. Ashini kind of smiles and like winks at you. Good luck. And
Romi's a
she waves
little startled by that and is like, "Oh, a wink for me?"
Little me says bye to Zenna as well, and Zenna like waves just long enough until like Ashini's out of sight, and she just like puts her hands on the table and leans in real close. Romi, yeah. That is probably the best biker of our year.
Yeah, and we're gonna like wipe the floor with
our
her.
year. Well, actually, not even our year. She's a first year, and she's way better than me.
No.
Like driving, and granted, her bike is like completely different, and she's driving so much longer. And what?
Romi starts like snapping in front of Zenna's face and is like,
No. Because you know what Ashini doesn't have? Me. I'm gonna make that bike the fastest, the coolest, the prettiest, the most ass-eating machine that anybody's ever seen. Okay? And you're gonna ride it, and you're gonna be fucking good.
Yeah. We're gonna be so good. After I'm done signing in everyone, I have a pretty late shift, but I could meet up with you like before the speech later, the welcome speech. I can meet you up like right before in like one of the classrooms.
Yeah, just hit me up.
I'll text you whatever room I find.
Yeah.
If
you need me, hit me up. I'll be on my mobile.
Yeah,
she holds up
no
her
problem.
phone.
No problem. Don't I already have your number? Maybe not. And Zenna checks again to see, and if not, she puts in her number.
Yeah, we exchange phone. We exchange digits. The digits. And Romi kind of nods and is like,
she.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. But have fun with your move-in. You have a really good room. I know that all of like the moms and like everyone was talking about how exciting it was that all of like the Winx girls like daughters were coming. Like also in like the same year pretty much. I mean, like I know that there were some other girls that came a little earlier, whatnot, or also there's the brothers, but like this is so interesting. But have fun. Sorry. I know. I'm just
she
geeking
rolls
out
her
just
eyes
a little
and is
bit.
like,
Yeah, it'll be something.
Zena does like a little like clapping applause and waves as you head out. Do you head to the room or you head somewhere else?
yeah, I head right to the room. I'm like, I need to get a fucking good space so that I can spread all my shit out.
Well, you do when you get up to that floor, you see Iris walking in like just before you. But there's also some noise behind you of someone coming up the stairs, and I'd like to turn over to Gayle.
Yep.
To introduce our final person. Now, Gayle, you don't really have Mom Musa to take you in because you haven't really lived with her or talked with her for years, and Riven doesn't know that you're going to school.
Yeah.
Did you ever send like a postcard or anything off to him in the last few weeks?
Yeah, so Gayle was sort of hasn't done any of that. You know, she had the option, you know, she saw the postcards of magics, you know, could have told, you know, where she was, but you know, she was busy. You know?
Yeah. So where would Gayle be right now? Would she be at Dawn's Bakery or somewhere else?
Well, she was working the morning shift at Dawn's. You know, she's been doing that the past couple weeks. You know, she's been over in a hostel for a little while she's been in Magics before the semester. And she does have a few rucksacks with all of her worldly possessions. You know, but she's dragging to Alfea Academy. You know, it's fun.
You're dragging your stuff?
Well, she doesn't have a car or a hover bike or family or friends, so you know.
You don't ask Dawn for assistance, or
Does Dawn have
anyone else that you might have met?
You could magic your
You know
luggage
what?
to float behind you.
You know what? You make a fair point. Gayle will actually call up Merlin.
Oh.
The
All
museum
right.
the museum worker, because she has his number, and she knows that he's easy to convince.
Baby.
So she texts "Hey Merlin, going to Alfea. I need some help taking my stuff over to the campus. Could you give me a lift?" And send. I know you only told me to contact you regarding emergencies, but this is halfway across the city and kind of an emergency.
While you're waiting for a text back, if you're like finishing up your shift from Dawn's, yeah, Donaldo kind of is like taking over the register. People are like kind of coming in. You see him like cutting up like this like breakfast sandwiches, like one of the best spreads that he has. He's putting in some like eggs, some ham, the dressings, a couple like grilled vegetables, cuts it up, wraps it nice, and slides it over to you.
Oh, Don.
I'm so sorry I can't help you get there for your first day. I hope you get a cab or hitch another ride. I'm sorry I can't take you, but thanks so much for all your work, and just let me know what kind of hours you want to work during the school year, if it's going to be modified or whatever you want. But for the first couple of days, like if you just need time to settle in, like that's totally fine. Like I ran the bakery before. I'm sure I could do it still fine now, but I knew you didn't eat breakfast, and I was not about to let you go off without that.
Thanks, Don. I called up a guy I know for a ride, so he should be here. She looks at her phone to see if Merlin's texted back at all, or if he.
You see like an ellipses. You see an ellipses, but Dawn, there's like someone up at the counter, but Dawn like turns back to you. You have a guy friend that's coming to pick you up?
Well, Yeah, he's a guy I met while
How
I was
long have you
doing.
known them? Like you
Um,
said, you were new to Magics.
well, like a couple weeks.
Like, have they asked you for anything? Do they know where you live? Like, how much information do they have? Like, do you feel safe around them? And he starts listing off pretty much anything and everything that could be having to do with like financial risks and or safety.
Don, calm down, okay? Like, I get it.
Well,
But
like
look,
this is the first time I'm hearing about you having any other friends other than me. Not that I'm saying that like I can be your only friend, but just the fact that you're a new girl in a new city and you, from what I knew, didn't have any like friends. And I just want to make sure you're not being like taken advantage of, or he's convincing you to move in with him when you have barely known him, and then you're gonna get in trouble, and then you're gonna have issues, and then you're gonna get out from the streets, and then like
Don, calm down, okay? Look, me and him, we're just friends, okay? Like, you don't gotta worry about it. We worked together a little bit on like my evil artifact hunting thing. Like, just don't calm down, okay? Don't worry about it. It's all covered. It's all handled.
So are they like a hunter then? Like are they like an artifact like hunter?
Well, not exactly. He works at the museum. He deals with sealing and categorizing.
He is a hunter.
He is, but
He
you
also
know,
does that.
she doesn't want to say it. She thinks that's too dangerous, and that Donaldo wouldn't like that.
Well,
do I have to roll to lie to
well,
him?
Yeah, convince him. Convince him that that's all that he is.
Okay, all right.
Guy.
That's a 4. Great.
He
great
narrows his eyes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine. He's a hunter.
No, I'll come with you. I'll come with you. That's it. I'm gonna come with you. I'll lock up the store.
Has Merlin texted back yet? He was typing.
You do get the text back from Merlin and says, "I'm on my way too. I guess I could swing by and pick you up. I'm just with another friend, if that's okay."
She pulls out her phone. She shows it to him. Like, come on, please. I know he's already on his way. Like, you don't have to worry about it, Don. Please don't. You're gonna do a lot of business.
Try it one more time. Try one more time.
One more time.
Convince someone one more time.
One more time.
That is a 5.
Gayle, put up the close sign. I am serving all these customers that are still in here, but I will close this until I get back. And you know that Donaldo's way too stubborn to listen to reason.
Gayle looks in his eyes and just sighs and walks to the door to put up the closed sign. Texts Merlin back. Never mind. My boss is helping me out. Oh, as she's just like sighing.
And like Donaldo's going to come with you, like ride in the car with you.
Sorry.
He has like the equivalent of a Vespa. Please do not say no to Merlin.
Oh, great. She texts Merlin.
You know what he drives.
I know what he drives. My apologies. She texts Merlin. Oh, great. I've also got a friend coming.
It's gonna be a tight squeeze in there.
She's making the best out of a bad situation, you know?
Merlin gives a thumbs up and says ETA like 20 minutes. And in that 20 minutes, you and Dawn bust your asses to get the rest of these customers out of the bakery. And
we are,
and Dawn
registers, throwing people out the door, you know?
The eyes are gonna be touchy.
Yeah, and Donaldo, the moment he takes off his apron and puts up a sign on the door that says, "We'll be back shortly," a slick black, tinted, like sports car, pulls up. It has like nice little like purple rims and like some lights underneath, and the window rolls down, and you don't recognize the person at the wheel, but Merlin is in the seat next to you. In the passenger seat.
Well, we finally cleared out the last customer. The bags are like sort of behind the counter, away from all the baking stuff. She like grabs her rucksacks. Hi there. I'm Gayle.
So,
who are you?
Burden. I'm one of Merlin's friends. We're heading off to school. You said that you needed a ride.
Yeah.
And you had a friend.
Oh, this is.
And he kind of like peers behind you.
This is Donaldo. He's from Donaldo's Bakery. As they're standing like in front of the sign that says Donaldo's Bakery.
Oh,
which is
shit.
behind.
Damn, man, you make some of the best desserts. Like, honestly, like any of your coffee tarts, delicious. Love them, phenomenal. You need any help with your? Are you heading to Red Fountain though? And Donaldo just shakes his head, be like, "No, I'm just helping Gayle move in on their first day at Alfea."
Yeah,
And
no,
Prudence just kind of like looks. It's like, "Alfea." Oh.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
going to Alfea.
And Merlin, like, he's like kind of leaned back in the chair, and like you see him lean forward, and like you can't see his eyes. He's wearing his shades, and he says, "Hey, girl. Well,
Hey, Merlin.
hop on into the back. Hop into the back, and the trunk pops up for you to put your bags in. There's like 2 other sets of like suitcases in there as well, and Donato like gets in the seat behind the driver.
So this a 2-door or a 4-door sports car?
It's a 4-door.
Okay.
It is a 4-door. Fun fact, it's actually a new thing now.
Would it be a hover car? Because they have hover cars in Magic's, not car cars. So everything flies.
It is a car. It is a car, but it's also a hover car.
Okay,
So it's got
it
wheels.
can do
it's
both.
a
The wheels are there-
hybrid.
The wheels are there for the aesthetic, you know?
It's a hybrid. It is a hybrid. So you get like the best of like some both worlds. A lot of the human items had started to trickle into Magic. So you just see some things that you don't need because Magic fixes that. But at the same time, something that's just really nice about hearing that rev of the engine and just peeling off and like just like going down the roads.
That's Romi's sexuality. It's just cargo vroom vroom.
Car does go vroom vroom.
Cargo vroom vroom. But Donaldo gets in behind the driver's seat, and you have to get in behind Merlin.
Yeah.
But
Gayle looks kind of uncomfortable with this. 'Cause this is not what she wanted, by the way.
mhm.
You know, she was strongly considering just walking halfway across the city with all of her stuff. So, you know.
And now you have a 3-guy entourage.
Yeah, she's got an entourage, you know? Crazy.
She does.
Oh wait, let me just
Oh, gosh.
what was this guy's name? Vespa?
So what Donaldo has is the equivalent of a Vespa. It's like it's not a hover bike, but it's like I don't want to say hover scooter because that sounds way too lame.
It's like
But, like,
the
he just
Magic's
has,
version of
like,
a
a-
smart car. Smart car.
That's true.
Itty bitty.
Yeah, very
Donaldo's-
tiny, room for one, and for him to like hook up carry out orders onto the back, because when he was very small, he did his own like delivery orders. Like when he had to, like if one came through, he did his own delivery orders. And sometimes like you've seen him take that exact vehicle while you man down the floor, and he did like special like corporate like orders and going off to places. So
Yeah,
it's
Donaldo's
really only room for one. And he
gotta
can't
protect
exactly
Donaldo.
have you. He can't exactly have you fried shotgun on something that doesn't have a shotgun. So yeah, not the best car. Not the best car.
All right. Well, she sits silently and she says, "So, Merlin, and Merlin's friend,
Verdant,
what were you?
how you doing?
Verdant. What were you
Verdant,
guys-
it's with a P, not a V. I'm not a rat.
Perdant. I'm sorry.
Pardon.
What were you guys doing?
Going off to school, says Perdant, as he like pulls away to go off down the street.
Does
Heading towards Alfea.
Purdenson?
No, that's just because I can't do multiple voices. Don't mind me.
You're doing great.
Yeah,
You can give one of them a
apparently Gale's
British
off with
accent or
Mafia.
something. Like
We're considering. I literally went through like 3 different voices with Timmy just now, and I was like, I was going between, and I was really trying not to. We're new
Yep.
at this. We'll find voices.
Oh, Perdant, are you going off to Red Fountain?
Perdant snorts. No, we're not going to that pussyfoot school. No, we're going to Cloud Tower.
Woo.
Oh, okay.
And Donaldo gives you this look like, see, I told you, and just sits there even more resolutely. And
Yeah.
Vern's like, yeah, we don't go to the hero school. No, we want to learn magic. Thanks.
Gayle sort of
no.
like gives like the calm down sort of look to Donaldo. She's like, yeah, like, come on, don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Okay. So, how's Cloud Tower been? You know?
Well, I'm a first year, but Merlin's been there. This is gonna be his second year, so he's heading back. So smart guy over here, like not many guys are in the school, so like he's got girls like hanging all over him, and Merlin's like, dude, stop, please. It's not like that. It's not like that. But and Red Fountain's not bad, and neither is Alfea. Alfea's also fine, right, Perdant? And Perdant kind of like gives him this look, and you can kind of see it through like that rear view mirror. And he's like, I mean, like, I guess it's not bad, but I guess better than the Red Fountain guys. But like, you know, they just think they're all that, and it's just like it's kind of shitty. And Merlin's like, dude, Gayle is going to Alfea. We're all just learning. Be cool about it. That's it. That's it. Okay? But yeah, no, we're both going to Cloud Tower. There's not that many guys there, so we are actually gonna be roommates.
Oh, they roomed the first and the second years together at Cloud Tower?
Yeah, there's literally 4 guys that go there. So they're not really about to split one room and have Perdant have his own like room pretty much, while me and the other guys are in one. So
Gayle sort of like looks. Gayle looks sort of side-eyed at Merlin. It's like, I don't know how you'd handle being surrounded by girls.
Roll. Are you trying to flirt here? Are you trying to get something from him?
You know what? Yeah, sure, whatever.
Roll a persona. Let's.
Gayle has
plus
Riz.
one to this one.
Gayle has the fucking Riz. Come on, spicy numbers.
Come on, Riz Lord.
9!
It's better than a 6.
Finally fucking go. Okay.
There we go.
So, are you sure you're not nervous being surrounded by girls all the time?
Well, I don't talk to
don't
much
worry about it. Don't worry about it. No?
You know, don't talk to. I usually just stay in the archives. There's not many people to talk to, boy or girl. I mean, there's Daria, like.
Yeah, so Gayle's
like
sort of
she's
like
there,
behind. Gayle's sort of behind Merlin, so she's sort of like leaned up and off to the side and gives a side glance at Perdant to like look at his face.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how does Perdant? What is Perdant like looking like while Merlin's sort of blabbering on?
Well, you know, Merlin has that long, sleek black hair. He's wearing the shades. He's like dressed in this like very nice tailored, like black like shirt, black slacks, black socks, black shoes. He has got the dark shades on that like he's turned away from you. But Perdant is like he's got that curly like front mop of hair. He's got like he's got like a white shirt. He's got like a flannel on. He's got some blue jeans on. Like he doesn't seem to really be from around here, is from what you can tell. But he just seems like I don't know, like a young guy. Young guy maybe from the outskirts of Magix, from what you can tell.
Okay, but does he have any reaction to what Merlin's saying there? Sort of like his belly aching or...
Perdant kind of snorts. He's like, oh yeah, he clams up like chowder, like you would never believe. Like, I visited, and he's my big, not really the big, but he's like, you know, like mentor. Some of the other guys, they're all kind of mentors, super fun, super cool, love them all, great guys. But the moment that girls like try to talk to him, he has like, he's like just like stone. He's like stone, doesn't say shit, man. So yeah. Honestly, pretty funny. So when he said he had a girl space friend, I know not girlfriend, but like, I thought it was a lie. Are you guys really friends?
Oh yeah. By the way, when he like starts talking about how like not good with girls Merlin is, Gayle is like looking back at Donnie and giving him like the you see sort of like thing. She's like, oh no, we're friends. We do some work together. We talk. We you know, all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
we're cool.
Research stuff helped her out a couple times. Merlin kind of like scratches his cheek and just kind of like hunches his shoulders, like he does not know what to do with the situation. But the look you gave to Naldo, he does not return. He points at like both of them silently in turn and like makes like a very crude symbol of a witch's hat, like the little triangle type thing, and like does like a little X, like this is bad news. You should not be friends with future warlocks.
Gayle like rolls her eyes because you know she's like blind to danger.
Donaldo is like mouthing at you, like side hand, be like, That's not good. You don't want to be near danger. Knowingly.
I am danger. Don't worry about it. Yeah, Gayle sort of like sits back in a bit of a huff as she like sort of like looks out over the window because she doesn't usually drive around magics. In fact, this is Purdon's car, right?
Yeah, it's Prudence. Well, he wouldn't have this nice of a car. It's Merlin's. Merlin's just not driving.
This is Merlin's car. Purdon just asked to take it for the spin.
Merlin has a chauffeur.
No,
He's
like,
never
you see
physically
Merlin,
driven
his
this
head
car. He's that
No,
girl.
Merlin is kind of more like a head in hand, like maybe he has a headache or something, but his car, he's just not driving. I'm like, no way Purdon would have this vehicle. I'm like, never mind. I described it as way too fucking cool, and this is 100% Merlin's car.
Yeah, okay. He just wasn't driving because he didn't want to.
No, it kind of looks like he has a headache, something.
Yeah, okay.
So, just a little.
Yeah,
It's just been like a little that. Well,
Merlin
glad that we can help you get to school, Gayle. But
yeah,
I mean, if you like heads up next time, let us know. Like,
oh yeah, no, sorry. This was just a little last minute. I kind of it's just snuck up on me.
no, I mean, like, totally fine, but just it's all good. Can't really give you rides to work. That's a little. I mean, Merlin kind of is like. I mean, I guess maybe if really needed, I am still kind of gonna go into magics on occasion, but like that's not an. I could give you a lift if you need it. Unless you fly, which I know some not Winx girls, Alfea girls do, but I can if you need it.
Yeah, no, I'm not a Winx girl. Okay, look, I told you that one.
Well, I feel like that's going to change at some point in this campaign.
You don't see Merlin's. Like, you can't see his eyes, but you see like his glasses are looking back at you somehow, and he says, "You're not a Winx girl." Mm-hmm.
Yeah, obviously.
Roll.
I'm not a Winx Club girl.
Roll me a persona.
Persona? Okay.
What are your stats for Persona, pray tell?
I have a +1.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
This is an 8, actually.
Big success.
Yeah.
You don't know how, but you have a idea that maybe Merlin knows that you are a Winx girl.
The family resemblance. The family resemblance.
I mean, she hasn't hidden it. She just doesn't like being labeled that way.
That's fair.
Like if he's, I don't know if he probably hasn't asked, but if he did, she would tell. She never brought it up.
He never asked. You never really mentioned as much in the couple of times that you've talked to him, and you're not sure how you surmised it, but you're pretty sure that he has.
He's clocked me. Yeah,
Yes, you are. Yeah, he's clocked you. He kind of knows. But Purdon pulls up to Alfea and kind of like park get a couple looks of like people being like, "Oh, whose car is that? Like that looks fancy. That looks cool." And Donaldo like nods and like starts getting out of the car as well. Thanks so much, you guys, for the ride.
Yep.
If you ever want to go to Donaldo's bakery, here's a couple coupons, and he hands out a couple coupons from seemingly nowhere.
Wow.
And it's for a good like buy a breakfast sandwich, get a free coffee.
Oh, incredible. Yeah,
it was one of your ideas.
That was one of Gayle ideas. It's a promotional item because the coffee is actually very easy to make. No, but
she cents on the dollar.
Thanks so much, Merlin and Purdon. It's been great meeting you. Have fun at Cloud Tower.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a riot. If there's ever a party, I will have Merlin hit you up in a heartbeat. Please don't.
Oh, actually, I forgot. Purdon,
I'm not going to parties.
Purdon, here's my number. As she hands him a small slip of paper with her number on it.
Purdon like kind of looks between Merlin and then you, and is like, yeah, okay, cool. Sure, I'll just invite you myself. Yeah, no problem.
You're a student at Cloud Tower, right? So like, you might know if you I might ask you if I need to know something or other.
Gayle is the Riddler. Literally.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, girl. Totally for you. Gayle, was it? Like, you're awesome, man. Okay, you drive safe. You're getting out here too, Donaldo? And Donaldo's like, yep, just gonna sear into the building and that's it. Thanks, guys. And Donaldo gets out, helps you get like your couple bags out from the trunk. And with you stepping out, they're like, they drive off.
So, Gayle looks at Donaldo. Am I getting a talking to?
No, I'm gonna walk back. I was not about to ask Cloud Tower guys or anything, but I'm walking back. I just want to make sure you're good. But Gayle, they're from Cloud Tower. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Okay, look, I was
Gayle. It's like it is still your business. I just want you to be safe. I know you don't know that many people, but I don't want you making ties to people you don't know that are also from Cloud Tower that are going to invite you to parties. And like, I know there are drugs. Like, I know there's bad shit out there. Okay, like
Dawn. Oh, come on.
Dawn is stereotyping.
Gayle,
Yikes.
you were the most competent,
He's being a little
wonderful person. And some people are fine from Cloud Tower, but you've known the guy for a couple weeks. Just be careful. Is all I'm saying. I just want to make sure that you're safe.
Oh, no.
He hunts magical artifact. He doesn't use them. Okay. Thanks.
How long have you known him, though?
know?
How do you know?
I don't know. Okay.
Exactly. Now, here's some lunch, and he hands you a couple pastries. Some of them that are your absolute favorite.
Thanks, Dawn.
Also from seemingly nowhere. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want to be a prude. I don't want to put stereotypes on people. But at the same time, sometimes that does help, and you just have to have a critical eye. And you were some of the smartest people that I do know.
Look,
I don't want to lose you as an employee. I don't want you to lose you as a friend. But that's all I'm saying.
You're right. I gotta be more careful. I'll choose my friends wisely. I won't go with anyone who sneaks out at night doing stupid, crazy things. Goes to crazy parties, does things that are illegal. I'll just be a very nice girl, and I'll do all my classes, and hopefully I'll be able to work with you as much as I can. All right, I'll be safe. Now, what do I have to roll to lie to Dawn?
What?
What do I roll to lie to someone?
That's a convince someone, so that's emotional.
Convince someone, yeah,
Oh, okay.
emotional.
All right, here we go. Come on, spicy numbers. Spicy
Hot dice.
Stop.
No.
Stop.
That's a 4.
Gayle is going to level up. Are you writing down your
I was like
experience
3
points?
failures.
Yeah. I'll write it down.
3 failures already. That's great.
Wow. Over 50%. All right.
Cool. Cool.
So she looks him dead in the eyes as she is lying through her teeth. And so he knows that she's lying through her teeth, I'm guessing.
A very solemn nod.
Right. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Right. Donaldo turns his cheek a little bit. You're 18, you can do what you want. Totally fine. As a reference, Donaldo is only 20, 21. He's a
Okay.
very young business owner.
Okay.
He's not
Good for him.
25, 26. I just want to make that clear.
Gotcha.
But
Look-
he'd never win.
I'll see you I'll see you in a couple days, Donaldo, all right?
Can I have you make a physical check?
A physical check. Okay, I'm bad at these.
A physical check for what?
Oh, dear God.
Dude,
4 minus 1, 3.
throw those dice
you don't notice
away.
anything.
I don't know.
Oh no.
Throw those
bro.
dice away.
I don't notice anything. Okay.
Don't notice anything.
I'm changing
Yep.
dice, by the way.
Never
Good.
noticed a thing in your life.
Sounds good. Yeah, change your dice. Mark experience.
Yep.
But Donaldo kind of just nods. Well,
I'll
just
text you how the rooms get set up, Donaldo, okay?
Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Let me know whenever you want to pick up a shift. And he walks back down the way to get back to Magic Soul on the side of the road.
Yeah, Gayle
walking
starts
back.
Gayle starts feeling really bad about lying to him a lot. But
He doesn't know that you're tracking down dark magical artifacts or just researching. What have
she's-
you told?
She's told him that she is researching. She hasn't told him about any of the dangerous, stupid stuff she does.
Excellent. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she does shoulder her pack and walk in, like, path through the crowds to like the welcome desk.
Wonderful. And as you are walking in, you do get like a little buzz in your pocket.
She like checks her pocket.
It is a message from Merlin. Sorry about Perdant, but with your parents being who they are, it might be best just to keep a relationship with a friendship between like someone whose mother is a Winx Club girl and someone from Cloud Tower. Could be bad. People are fine for the most part between Alfea and Cloud Tower, but sometimes they aren't. So just don't mention me.
Text back, Merlin, what are you talking about? You work in a museum sealing magical artifacts. There's nothing wrong with that. And so what about Cloud Tower? People are just weird.
Yeah, but you also can't stop some people that are still old school that go to Cloud Tower. I know that Donaldo already gave the talk. That's just what I'm saying.
Everyone tells me this. Times change and people change.
But some people whistle the old tunes.
I'll talk to you later, Merlin. I gotta go check in.
You don't get a response back. But as you approach the table, you get Jessie and Xena both smiling very widely at you, giving the whole welcome spiel, showing you the map, showing you the tables you can check out, and they ask you, okay, what is your name and the name of your parents?
I'm Gayle. I'm Riven's daughter.
Oh. Hey, I see you did register online. Do you have a previous magical, like, alum, or do you have, like, what kind of magic do you previously have? Where are you from? There were just a couple things that were left blank. Musa is from Melody. Technically, it was never mentioned where Riven was from, so I kind of just put him as Melody.
My family's from Melody.
Island.
Okay.
Yep. My mother was... Gayle, like, sort of, like, struggles with this. My mother was Musa. From the Winx Club.
You see, like, both of the Jessie and Xena, like, look at each other and, like, look back at you. You're Musa's daughter.
Yep. You're
not going to Red Fountain?
No. I'm here, aren't I?
Our mistake. Yeah, totally. Well, we have you
She has so many of those daughters. Fine.
We have you assigned to room 1. So, awesome.
Thanks. And where is that? I've never been here before.
Oh, well, there's a map, and here, and Jessie taps the room that is room 1 and hands it to you. If you let it go and into the air, it'll turn into a paper airplane and lead you right to the room.
Gayle lets it fly in the air and then watches it sort of like zip away. Thanks.
Okay.
Sorry for
no problem.
Sorry for being rude. I hope
No. You are totally fine. Understandable. Jessie's like just being super happy. As you leave, there is someone else that walks up. He is wearing like this very deep, like turquoise outfit, like deep red sash, like billowy pants, and there is like almost like a bird type creature that's like perched on his shoulder. And you overhear Jessie and Xena saying, "Hi, how are you? Welcome to Alfea. Let me guess, this is Hawthor, right?" And he says, "Yep, I am Hawthor. I'm here to check in, and my twin is not going to be coming to Alfea this year. She just has a couple other things happening."
Wait,
and you hear like this. Mm-hmm.
Can Gayle sort of like try to like sneakily look back to catch like a glimpse of this person while she's walking away without like...
Not Gayle pocketing another guy. Come on.
Look, I'm sorry.
Strikes again.
I don't know what to do here.
You do get that look back, and roll me be vigilant.
Be vigilant.
It's mental.
Oh, thank God. I got a 5, but I got a +2, so a 7.
Barely. You look back and you're pretty sure that you were stealthy. He looked and like he kind of looked up right after you looked away. Like you're like, yeah, I'm cool. No, he didn't see me looking. But you see this very like tan skin, like light brownish type hair, like these dark brown eyes. Very. I guess the best way to say it is like very Egyptian. Very Egyptian, and the type creature that he had on his shoulder is like this strange type like winged creature with these very like wide like eyes that just seem to like see you. Like Hathor, you don't think like he noticed, but this creature that's on his shoulders like did see you looking. But
would I recognize these this person at all?
You might from the news. Hathor is the prince from Promethea. His sister is Mushim, and Hathor is Hathor, Hathor. It's Hathoris, is, but he goes by Hathor a lot. And he is from the planet Promethea. It is the planet of light. He does have a twin sister, Mushim, Mooshim, who was supposed to come to Alfea, but per what you're overhearing, she's not able to make it.
All right. Then Gayle proceeds off to room 1.
Yeah, and you just hear like, that's fine. Like, here's your room number. Hope everything's good with her. And you do go off to room 1. And right in front of you is a short, blonde, extravagantly dressed young girl trying and struggling very hard to get her luggage up the stairs. And you know from looking at her just by the outfit alone that it's Dawn, Stella, and Brandon's daughter.
Baby girl.
Gayle's like shouldering her like pack on like one shoulder, and she's like, "Hey there, you need any help?"
Oh no, I'm totally. Oh my God, Gayle! Oh,
hey Dawn.
Hey. Sorry. I shout sometimes. I'm so sorry.
You're good. Okay. Let's just get you up the stairs. What room are you at?
Sorry. Mom just sent me with like a 1. We're gonna be roommates. You and all the other Winx girls are all in the same room. Is that so exciting?
Gayle's face like sort of falls as she tries to pick it back up. It's like, yeah, no, that's really exciting.
Yeah, and I have no idea how Mom thinks I'm ever gonna get all this stuff up there. And like you see that it's like the luggage has shrunk and it's kind of tied together, but it's like dozens and dozens of bags.
Could I try to like help magic these up the stairs at all?
Just like her mom.
Do you have any? Yeah, if you have anything for it, yeah.
I have no idea.
Or you could just roll physical and help her up.
Or roll mystical or physical maybe.
I've got a -1 to physical, so I'll try physical. I'll try mystical.
Sounds good.
That's an 11.
Spicy.
Ooh. This is like the easiest thing you've ever done. You kind of wave your fingers and you're still getting used to a lot of the magic. Riven could never really teach you, but you have a few things that you're able to do with practice.
She remembers the magic that Merlin did, and she's sort of just copying that.
All right. And Dawn's like, oh my gosh. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. And we should be like that room down there at the end on the right. That's room 1. And then you have like 2 and 3. So like we have neighbors too. That's really exciting.
Yeah, no, it's really exciting.
Yeah. I love your outfit. It looks so cool.
She like looks down at her sort of flower-covered clothes as she says, "Yeah, I like your outfit too."
Dawn looks down at her multicolored, multi-patterned, like tulle frilly dress, the little shoulder shrug that she has going on, and like her like almost like platformed heeled shoes with socks coming up. And she's like, really? It was so hard coming up with this outfit. I really wanted to get a good outfit that would be like the trendsetter type outfit fit.
I mean,
I'm gonna post it to Winxtagram later.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. Oh, here we are. Here's room 1 as she sort of like rushes to open the door.
Entering in, we have everyone of room 1 inside or in the doorway. Iris has just walked in after Romi, and we have Gabrielle and Lily all in the mix.
Oh, hey, Gayle. Long time no see.
Oh, hey, Lily. Yeah, it's been a real while.
So this is all of us, right? No one else is going to be coming through that door?
I don't think so. This is specifically the Winx Club room. Everyone made a big deal about it, so I think this is us.
It's apparently a 6-person room, so
we were
looks around.
Yeah,
we were figuring out roommates, and I look at Romi to confirm that she is going to room with me because I do not want to room with Gabriella.
What are the rooms? Is it 3 2-people rooms or
It's a 3-2 people situation.
But according to the schematics up here, it looks like you could make it into 2 3-person rooms if that would be more amenable. But it would give us more square footage, but I don't see how 3 people in a room would be more comfortable.
Gayle will quickly look around at her options.
What would Gayle be looking for in a roommate?
She's looking for someone who wouldn't touch her stuff.
Most likely, that'd
be Iris, maybe? She seems the most
That
chill.
would be Iris. That would be the one that probably would not touch your stuff, would not ask you questions, and would not want to be bothered.
Okay. Well,
but you notice, like, you kind of giving her are you giving her, like, a do you want a room with me look, or?
Gayle can try giving her sort of a side eye.
Go, Riz Lord, go.
Roll convince someone.
Fucking hell. 4.
Throw those dice away. Get new dice. New dice.
These are new dice.
Get new dice. Swap them out and get new dice.
God.
This is
I gotta go down to my friendly local game store.
all of a sudden, Gale's transformation just upgrades to Charmix for some reason.
She's like, we are believing.
I've been playing for an hour and a half.
Oh god, okay.
I've gotten 5.
Girl.
Just as a fun reminder, to have a Alfea achievement, you need 10 failures.
Yep.
Ooh. So
I'm
it's not the
also at
normal 6
5.
from Glitter Hearts, but it's 10. So Gale's already racking them up though. But Gayle, you give this like side-eye type look to Iris of like, you want a room with me. Iris kind of like looks up from her phone, looks at you, looks at everyone in the room, walks over to configuration and types in 2 rooms of 3.
No, there's no room to do stuff now. No.
And then the rooms reconfigure. And she walks off to the room in the right where Gabriella's put her stuff and takes Dawn by the wrist and says, Dawn, I've just been dying to room with you. I'm so excited to catch up. Let's go. And takes her and Gabrielle into the room on the right, leaving Gayle, Lily, and Romi to move in on the left.
How much stuff does Romi have with her, just to ask?
I mean, the birdcage, it's like not giant. She's really been able to compartmentalize, but she does have like a big like think of like an architect drafting table. So it's like her bench, but it can also turn into like a place where she can draw schematics.
Hey, Romi. Hey, Lily. You guys want a room together?
Well, it's just us, so.
I mean, we really don't have a choice.
She had to change it last minute. She had to.
Yeah,
Because 3 people is a crowd.
3 is a crowd. And quite frankly, I'm going to have a lot of projects that I need to work on. So just please don't tinker. This is not a tinker zone.
And she like motions towards her birdcage and it's like,
this is not tinkerable, okay? This is serious science and magic.
Don't you tinker with stuff all the time?
Yeah.
I am not a tinkerer.
Oh, that's true.
I'm a creator, a designer,
Gayle rolls her eyes.
an artisan. There's a lot more to the physical than everybody thinks, okay?
Well, yeah, but I mean, isn't the magical what really matters here?
But where would you put magic if there wasn't a host?
Lily is gonna slowly back away and move into the room. Like, I'm assuming.
Well,
I'm assuming, Claire, that this room is like decently sized. Like there is enough room for all of us to have our own personal space and
You're
stuff
not
like
going
that.
to be cramped. There are options for partitions, like different individual lighting. So like
we
even
have
if
a
like
fucking
Romi has her lights on, like it shouldn't be like trailing into where you sleep necessarily. Like it's like you have a good like semi-privacy options for full privacy.
Are you sure we don't have a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory parents' bed? We all have to share.
No, it's just
There's
very,
just like
very
there's just
small.
like one.
It's like Navy ship bunk beds.
Oh yeah, no, we've got it's like a nice huge room, but in like the corner, there's just like 3 hammocks lined up next to each other.
Oh, the
like-
spacious room.
Very spacious. There's a reason it's so spacious, you know.
It's a luxury, so wow.
I know. Look. Oh yeah. Look, Rami. Sure, the item it's housed in matters, but like the enchantment is really what gives it the power. I mean, what would a magical shield artifact be without the magical part? It couldn't deflect anything but an arrow.
But a shield is a shield, no matter
Yeah.
how it's made or what it's made of.
Lily
You might as well-
cracks open a red troll energy drink and just
You might as well use like a door at that point, or like
You know what? That can be enhanced too with the power of.
And you see Rami starts like unpacking things.
oh, now you did it, Gayle.
Gayle looks. What? Now I did what?
Down.
She's
As like Rami's unpacking more and more things.
it's just all over. It's all over the common room now. We're not even in the room.
Wait,
Wait,
what? And
we're still
Gayle
in.
takes like 2 steps back.
We're still in the common room.
Oh, okay.
Rami starts picking up all her things and putting it back, and leads her cage into the room.
Sorry, Rami.
Yep. You have a bed on the left, center, and right. Who's taking what?
I'm taking the bed closest to the door, so I can have the quickest escape out of here.
Is there
You want the quickest escape, or
there
do you
one next to
want
the
the one
window?
facing the north?
Well, the room is north facing, so it's the room is north facing.
Let's say the left, far left.
Yeah, I'm taking the bed closest to the door for quick escapes into the night.
Middle.
Would the one in the middle or the right be closer to the windows?
Probably the right.
Gayle's gonna go for the right then.
Yeah, Rami's in the middle because she just full steam ahead. And like she pulls out like her table first and it like pops open and she goes,
It's really things that house everything because you can have the best software in the world, but if you don't have a machine to play it on, then it's really kind of work.
think, and she's just talking a mile of it because there's people in the room that'll listen to her talk.
Gayle shuts the door behind and starts pulling out like large magical tomes with very, very not evil, but interesting symbols in the front. She says, "Well, actually, if you simply enchant the right any object with the right magical inscription, you'll be able to produce many kinds of effects."
So, Gayle, what have you been up to? Haven't talked to you in like 7 years.
Yeah, Gayle also notices that she's pulled out books of like dark magic and quickly puts them away.
Where'd you get those books? They look kind of crusty.
Found them at a book sale. Like a couple dollars, $100, a couple dollars.
Claire, do I recognize any of these tomes from my ancient magical history with my private tutor back in my castle?
Then,
All kids have.
Yeah, like all kids have.
Yeah. Some mental, right?
I will give you the option. I will give it. Well, first off, do you think you paid attention?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
She paid
Just
more
wanna make sure that you
attention
paid
than she paid more attention than Leo. She knows how to run the kingdom better than he does.
I'll give you the option to either roll mental or physical.
Um,
Not physical or mystical. Mental or mystical.
Mystical, because that's a +1. 12.
Hot dice.
I know your
You
secret.
might
Gayle.
not
Keeping
know.
fucking clock.
You might not know the specific types that they are. Like the symbols might be a little hazy, but you have this little sense that there's like a slight not like a dark aura around them. A little slight dark aura around them. Like you recognize a symbol or two that you're like, okay, that talks about night, that talks about curses. Like, these aren't Alfea textbooks.
Did you raid the
pretty sure
cloud?
that-
Did you raid the Cloud Tower library during summer vacation? No judgment, but this isn't exactly Alfea approved.
Gayle puts like a small like sheet over her like line of books that she's put up on the shelf, and no, these are just old books. They're journals, of mine. Nothing magic, nothing dark, no dark, no magic.
Journals with ancient evil runes on them?
It's an aesthetic.
Okay, just so you know, we just don't want a repeat of Aunt Bloom becoming Evil Bloom back when Lord Darkar was doing his thing, so...
Give me evil what?
Romi rolls her eyes and goes,
Oh, that's like my least favorite. There.
Yeah, let's just...
My mom tells it all the time.
I just wanna have a low-key... Pretend I'm not here freshman year. Don't want any special surprises.
Gayle pulls out her special decoy book, which is what she said, just a journal that she wrote in, but it has the cool dark cover. She's just, no, look at this. It's just a bunch of like old journal stuff, like diary and whatnot. Don't worry.
Okay.
I mean, it'd be more efficient if you just digitize that, honestly, and I can make you something that's lightweight. That
Gayle rolls her eyes.
Lily's gonna set up her stuff, but she's gonna be very careful about she magicked her launch pad and her DJ deck. I need to figure out names officially about what these things are, but she magicked it to make it look like just a regular laptop. So she carefully puts it on the desk and just starts to magic her clothes into the closet, making sure that the 3 Wake stuff is well sandwiched into all the frumpy sweaters and hoodies into the closet and all that. Yeah, you don't clock anything, Mr. I roll 4s all the time.
You know what? Fucking, I'd try to roll this, but at this point.
I mean, you could try to clock it. It's up to you.
Is that a mental check?
Yes.
I've got a +2.
Be vigilant. Be vigilant, mental.
Watch Gayle roll a 12.
Yeah, just wait.
Just wait.
You clocked him right away.
9.
Make success.
Make success.
Okay. Well, you do see that there is a stark contrast in Lily's closet. You can see the chunky sweaters and the loose fitting easy clothes, and then in the back there's some neon colors, brighter stuff. It could be a few different things, but there is a stark contrast of aesthetic.
I mean, Gayle's just gonna do what every nice roommate does and not make fun of her roommate's choices. Sort of mumbles darkly.
I was not making fun. I was just wondering, did you really bust into a Cloud Tower thing? And how did you do it? Because she wants to know how to bust into Cloud Tower.
Well, if you want to bust into Cloud Tower, I know some guys we can talk to.
Do you?
Yeah.
You know guys from Cloud Tower?
There's guys going to Cloud Tower? I thought that was a rumor.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally. There's what is it, 4 guys going there?
Oh, only 4.
No, yeah. Don't worry, I know half of them.
Well, that's good to know.
I mean, it would have been more impressive if you had just led with, I know half of them, because we didn't know how many there were until you said there's 4.
There's this little quick knock at the door, and then it immediately opens and Dawn pokes her head in. It's actually, really fun fact, there's also only 5 guys that are coming to Alfea. There was 1 that came last year, and then now there's 4 more. So they're honestly kind of cute. And one of them is the son of Headmistress Murta.
Gayle looks. How's soundproof for these walls?
Yeah. Did you just? Are we just loud? Are we loud talking, or did you?
Are we just too loud?
He was right at the door, mid knock opening when you mentioned boys at Cloud Tower.
Well, maybe you can wait for a response to say, "Oh, you can come in next time." It's because Leo used to torment me all the time. He would bust into my room all the time and try to hack my hair off with a stupid little play axe he would get from training. So, a little traumatized.
Yeah, I like my privacy too. What about you, Romi?
Romi is currently making a small, essentially a doorbell that when not like rung, a button is pressed and it goes,
Wait until someone says you can come in.
Romi says she likes her privacy too.
This is going on the outside of our door.
Oh,
Please ring it whenever you decide to.
Did you just make that right
you-
now? Did you just? Huh?
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Wow, that was fast.
What did you what's up? She looks back to the door.
Dawn like takes a slight step back from the door, and she kind of has this little wide-eyed look. It's like, right, sorry, I knocked first and then knocked louder, and no one heard. But totally right. But the welcome speech is happening. If you guys want to come on down, and Iris kind of walks up behind Dawn and be like, "Don't worry, let's head down. We'll see y'all down there. They want us up on stage."
They want us up on stage?
Iris kind of leans back into the view of the doorway. Yeah, Gabrielle just got a text. They want all of us up there, and you too. And she looks at Gayle.
Yeah.
I just wanted to take
They
a
want
nap.
all the Winx Club girls up there, so put on your best dress and let's go. Should I change? Do you think I should change? This isn't a really good outfit, do you? And Iris is like, you look fine. Let's just go and get this over with. We just gotta stand there. Gabrielle's the only one doing the talking.
Of course she
Gayle
is.
Gayle looks for a reasonable outfit amongst her clothes. She doesn't have one.
One that's not covered in flour.
Yeah. Right about it. I'll just be in a second. I gotta change.
Lily has a couple like nicer outfits that doesn't make her look like a hobo, so she puts on that outfit. And she's so tired though. Because she was up all night last night making a mix. So she put on lots of makeup to cover the raccoon eyes, but she's like running off of fumes right now.
Yeah, Romi looks down and is very just like in her normal street garb, and she goes,
Yeah. They want to see me. They're going to see me.
Romi, change your clothes.
No. Why would I need to dress up for them? They're going to see me for who I am. And
Romi,
this
It's
is
up.
Romi.
It's honestly, it's up to you.
All right, all three of you head down.
yeah.
Yep.
You see like a couple people that you saw prior. You see Zenna kind of standing around with the third years. You do see Kalila standing in the back. Romi, you recognize like not really anyone outside of the Winx girls. You haven't really been around a lot of the other people unless you've seen something in like a newspaper. But there's Hathor standing off with the other guys that are at Alfea. They're all kind of standing in like a little group. There are some girls that are like casting them at like a couple sideways glances. But they're all for the most part like turned towards like this like moderate stage. There's just there's a microphone that doesn't seem to be cameras around. And you see Headmistress Griselda presiding up at the top, looking out over the students, and she sees you. Hawkeyes beckons all three of you up there. And next to her, who is the, goodness, I want to say the title is Head of Disciplinary. Head of Discipline at Alfea is Myrta. And Myrta kind of gives the three of you like a very like excited wave. Like, you know, your moms have like talked about like Myrta a lot before and how sweet she was and like her like travels with being a pumpkin. And she is just like thrilled beyond belief to see all three of you there. And Iris and Dawn are just standing very like nicely behind. Like there's seats there, 5 of them on the one side and there's 2 on the other to represent the Winx Club girls, Next Generation, and some of the faculty and staff. You see Palladium that's there.
Now, Romi doesn't care that Professor Palladium's there, but Emily cares that Professor Palladium's there.
Professor Palladium is looking hotter than ever.
Yeah, Professor Palladium is there. And there is
what is age done to Professor Palladium? We gotta know this.
Professor Palladium is clearly like over 100 years old.
Hundreds.
He's an elf.
Hundreds of years.
He's an elf,
Like,
so
he is an elf.
A number.
Yeah,
He's
but Claire, come on.
delightful.
And Any like a silver streak in the hair, like maybe?
This man doesn't age.
No, just blonde streaks. Just blonde streaks.
Okay. He's
He
just-
has like a golden copperish with some like highlighter streaks, highlight type streaks right there. And there is a third woman up there. She has like this crazy green hair and like this like very like professional like purple dress. And this person is Selena. She is one of the Earth fairies, technically not Earth fairies either, that new bloom younger. And she became another teacher at Alfea. But you see her kind of sitting up there and give all three of you guys like little waves as you guys all come up, and the crowd kind of slowly quiets and sits as Gabriella stands up for the welcoming speech. Fairies, esteemed faculty, welcome to Alfea. I am honored to stand before you as your freshman representative and extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to the incoming class. For those who don't know me, I'm Gabrielle. I am the youngest of King Sky and Queen Bloom of Heraklion. So I just want to say, as we gather here today, I cannot help but feel a sense of excitement and anticipation for the journey that lies ahead. Each of us brings unique talents, aspirations, and dreams to this community, and it is within these halls that we will grow, learn, and forge these lasting friendships. And she gestures to her roommates behind her.
Gayle is currently turned away.
To the incoming students, I want to assure you that you are a part of a supportive and inclusive family of fairies. Whether you join us from near or far, know that you belong here and your presence enriches everyone you meet. Under my mother's efforts and those of the Winx Club initiative, there's like a small cheer that kind of like picks up at that, and she waits for everyone to settle down. Our lands are blessed with peace, and there's no need to worry, no need to fear. Our realms stand strong and secure in a beacon of tranquility. I am very happy to be able to say hello to you. And as she's like saying that we stand for justice, peace, and we have never been stronger and safer as a community, you all feel like this like sense of something coming, like in the middle of your chest. You're like, is that an itch? Is that something else? And Gabrielle continues talking. We strive for justice and peace across the realms of magics, and as we are learning, we are encouraged to report any suspicious activity to the initiative for any staff members rather than deal with it directly. Although my mother, the queen, and her friends were an exception, we are here to learn and not investigate. And I need you all to make a check for me.
Oh my god.
My mystical is ass.
6.
8.
I muted. No, 11.
11. Ooh, damn.
Damn, girl.
Okay, Lily feels like this strong wave of energy, like hatred, sadness, fear, all these like mixed things that are just making you feel like your head kind of get whipped backwards. Like you come to and everyone is looking normal. Lily, you look over to Romi and Gayle are next to you. Romi, you're like feeling like you might throw up. Like you're like heeled over, you're like all this rush is like really kind of hitting you to your head, and Gayle collapses next to you. Like in her chair. It's not noticeable, but she's just like out for like a few seconds, and then she kind of like can like blink up and be awake.
I like nudge Gayle's thigh and I look at her like, are you okay?
Gayle like flutters back up. Are you okay? What was that?
And in front of the three of you, Gabrielle, she is like clutching the mic. Before you saw this perfect ease, nothing is wrong. I've done this a million times before. And she is clutching the mic and kind of looking out in the crowd for a second, like her muscles are tense. That being said, please consider joining us for the Rose celebration, celebrating our mothers that have come before us and volunteering for our setup if you'd like. Once again, welcome to Alfea. Thank you so much, and I will hand this over to Headmistress Griselda. And she hands over the mic to Headmistress Griselda, and the crowd claps, and from what you can tell, the crowd hasn't seemed to notice. There's like a crease of concern on Iris and Dawn's face, and they're kind of looking down at the three of you.
Dawn, what happened?
What?
know. Like, that was just like a really weird feeling, but no one else has seemed to notice anything.
I want to clock Gabriella's expression. Like, how does she look when she like turns around?
Walking back to the seat, she is prim smile. She sits down in a nice little flourish and folds her hands in her lap. But her hands are just kind of stiff, kind of shaky, just a little bit. But she like wipes the palms of her hands, like in like the form of a clap, as Headmistress Griselda takes the podium.
Oh, that's not good.
And that is where we're going to be leaving it.
Oh.